Clutch Trucker filmed before a live and furry studio audience. Rusty, the world-famous meatball dog. Hey YouTube, Clutch Trucker here. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of the Clutch Trucker channel. Alright, well, if you watched my previous video and I was showing all how icy the roads were and I was sliding, other vehicles were off the road, and I finally made it to the Iowa 80 truck stop, and I showed all the ice on the truck and how it took me like 6 times to get back into the spot. I purposely picked a spot that was leaning just a little bit downhill. So I was hoping the next morning I would be able to just zip on out of that spot. Well, I get up, turn the truck on like I always do, get it airing up and all that, took Rusty out, and we kind of slid around on the ice a little bit. Then got him back in the truck, cooked up a Jimmy Dean breakfast sandwich in the microwave, all ready to go. Tried to pull out. No, nothing. I'm sitting on pure ice, and the truck would not move at all. And because when I backed in there the night before, that area hadn't been plowed yet, so the whole area the trailer's sitting on hadn't been plowed. So I had kind of plowed myself through the snow to get there. So that was kind of holding me back, and the truck just would not move. Of course, I don't have a shovel. I don't have anything like that. So all I could do is I kept getting out there with my fifth wheel puller, metal thing, and kind of with this little hook on the end, chopping at the ice, trying to knock it around away from the tires, trying to kind of shovel some snow with my hands and move some of the, but it's just ice, and it wasn't going anywhere. I could not get the damn thing. I tried for hours, literally hours, to try to get out. And I was supposed to deliver before 2 p.m. in Des Moines, and Bo's calling me while I'm outside. I come back in and see he called. I had to call him and say, look, I'm stuck. I'm literally stuck in the truck stop. As stupid as that sounds, yeah, I was stuck in the truck stop. Talk about freaking annoying. That he was saying, well, if you have some kitty litter. I'm like, well, that would be great, but I don't have any kitty litter. And try to ask other people for help. A lot of people, this is where a lot of people suck. They don't want to help anybody anymore. Not to mention now with the pandemic, everyone's really afraid to go anywhere near other people and help people. I mean, I was out there for hours trying to get this thing moving. So you'd think somebody would have come and helped me. I would have helped somebody else if I'd seen that going on, but maybe that's just me. Finally, out of sheer frustration, I went and found one of the trash cans and just tipped it over and pulled a whole bunch of trash out and stuffed trash around my tires, hoping that if I could get it rocking just enough, maybe I could get some traction on the trash. Because of course there's no dirt, there's nothing else. I did go behind the trailer and dig down into the snow, down to the grass, and scraped up a little bit of dirt and threw that in with the trash. And that's how I got out. I just started, you couldn't have done this in an automatic. Thank God I've got a manual transmission. I was able to keep popping the clutch in low gear and get it rocking just enough, and then revving the hell out of it and just gun that mother, and finally got a few feet ahead, which is all I needed to do, was just get a few feet, and finally got out of the spot. Crazy. Do got to throw in there real quick, because I know some of you were saying, well, did you put in your interaxle differential so that you had all the wheels turning? Yeah, I did, okay. Not that stupid, been driving for a while, but yes, I did that. I just had all 8 tires sliding on the ice. So once I got moving, I called the broker and said, okay, I'm late. Do you think they'll hang around, or do we need to reschedule this for tomorrow? And they called me back and they said, yeah, as soon as you can get there, they'll take you. So I'm like, great, fantastic. I didn't want to call the broker earlier because I knew the first question they're going to ask is, well, what's your ETA to get to the receiver? I don't know. I'm stuck. Can't give you a good answer. So I didn't even bother trying to call them, because that's exactly what they're going to ask. Well, what's your ETA? Stuck in the ice. Don't have one. So I waited until I at least had one, and I was rolling. And then I was supposed to pick up this afternoon up in Arns, something, Iowa. I don't know the name. It's kind of a silly name. Ansger. Well, I wasn't going to make that either, but that's an Echo Global Load, Dave Ackerman. He got that rescheduled for now, which would be tomorrow at this point. I was able to deliver tonight. That worked out, and now I'm sitting up here in Clear Lake, Iowa, at a Quick Star. I'm able to fill at Quick Stars, and so I was able to fill up here and then get enough credits so I could take a shower here. I've never showered at a Quick Star, but not too bad. The temperature kept changing. I hate that. You have it set just right, and you're showering away, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, I'm freezing. Then you have it set again, and you're doing fine, and it's like, I'm on fire. Anyway, it was a shower. It was wet. I'm clean, and you know, I had plenty of time on this next load I'm picking up in Iowa, because he goes all the way to Rhode Island and doesn't deliver till Monday, and that's like 1,300 miles, and I don't need 4 days to do that. So we still got plenty of time, but boy, was that frustrating. Now I'm going to show you some video of the aftermath from that ice storm. Saw a few more trucks off to the side of the road, and I thought, well, at least here's some daylight. So let's show you some video of more vehicles off the road after that damn ice storm. There's another one. That's why I stopped where I did last night. Like I said, that's why I stopped when I did. Just a fraction of the vehicles that were off the road that I happened to remember to hit my button for. So crazy, and I figured I'd show the big trucks, so that's a little more interesting. There were dozens of four-wheelers off the road. Just nuts. And Iowa doesn't ever seem to shut down the roads. Now, Wyoming has no problem shutting down the road. I think sometimes they get a little overzealous with that. They shut it down whenever, you know, somebody went off the road, bang, we're closed. Nebraska will shut it down, but I'm not ever sure Iowa ever shuts it down. They just let everyone slide off the road and send all the tow trucks out and pick everybody up the next day, I guess. Do want to throw in here real quick, for those of you that watch all my videos, which I hope you do. All right. Chris Kelly did send me a video I finally got to look at last night, where I had said, Chris Kelly is the meatball cabbie in London, or in England, and just south of London, where he is, anyway. And I had commented in the video with him showing all the different parts of the car and the different names they have for it, that I said, well, he was saying that the speed limit's 70 miles an hour or 60 miles an hour, and I said, I'm sure he's putting that into miles an hour for my benefit. But no, he's not. See, England is just as kind of backward ass as America is in a lot of things. They're metric on most stuff, except they do miles per hour, just like we do. And if you want to judge the economy of the car, they go by miles per gallon, just like we do. Instead of like, you know, what would it be, kilometers per liter or something like that? So that's where England is just as kind of back ass as we are in America, where we do some things metric, some things, what do they call them? What do they even call the regular one? I can't even, there's a name for it. I'll have to look it up and put it right down here. Okay, I just looked it up, and yeah, it's either standard measurement is what we call it, or, interestingly enough, English or imperial would be the way you refer to, like, feet, miles per gallon, miles per hour, inches, and so forth. That would be imperial English or standard. Kind of funny. Well, I just thought you'd kind of like to see some more aftermath in daylight of some more vehicles off the road. I stopped counting after like 20 four-wheelers I saw off the road, and there were at least 7 or 8 big trucks off the side, but those are the ones I remembered to hit the button to save the video for, to show you just a few of them there. So pretty crazy. And of course, all the fun this morning as I was stuck in a truck stop. Kind of crazy. Thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe, like, and comment if you would like to. Ring the bell for notification so you know when the new videos come out. Check out our Ko-fi and Patreon if you want to help support the channel. Don't forget Clutch Trucker at Instagram and Clutch Trucker at the other one, Twitter, which I still think should be called Tweeter. Anyway, as always, sniff that magic YouTube fairy dust. Clutch and Rusty, out. Oh. My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.